welcome back to this week's #Finance Friday. Today we are continuing with our topic on human resources and the people management theme that we are addressing for the month of December. And we're going to be focusing on some HR systems that you can have in or you can choose from to be able to make sure that you have something in place for your business. We're going to look at some apps, some software, some processes that are going to make your management of your people resources so much easier. Now, if you don't have the correct systems in place, hopefully this list will sort of help you to catch up and process up because you still have about 20 days left until the end of the year. So firstly, let's start with the 4 C's of human resource management. Now, we cannot talk about tools and systems as much as I love them without first mentioning these 4 outcomes of human resource management. So in terms of Harvard, they say that the 4 C stands for commitment, competence, congruence, and cost effectiveness. Some of these might be slightly big words, but that's okay. So there are specific objectives that relate to human resource management. And it's firstly looking at societal impact, organizational impact, functional, and personal impact. Now, according to Harvard Business Studies, the HR strategy is based on the organizational strategy. So the HR strategy touches on all of the key areas in your human resources, and that includes, as we said last week, it includes recruitment, learning and development, performance appraisal, compensation, and succession planning. And as a result, it supports the objectives that leads to the outcome. In other words, what this means is that if you can address your recruitment processes, your learning and development, performance appraisal, compensation, and succession planning well, and you can put systems and policies in place that support those things, you are going to be able to get to a point where your team is committed. They are going to be competent because you are addressing the training and development requirements. They are going to be congruent, which means that there's consistency within your team, and you're going to be able to save money because your processes flow smoothly. And if I even think about how much time we've spent on recruitment during this year, it's actually been quite ridiculous. But as we've gone through every round and we've simplified our systems and our processes, it has helped to cut down on the amount of time that we've spent, which means that we are being more cost effective in the process. Okay, so now that we've sort of established that, let's start having a look at the fun part, which is the tools. So there are a couple of tools that we've been researching and checking out, and we don't use all of these, but I'm going to mention them anyway because some of them are really good. So now that you have an understanding of the importance of having the correct systems in place to be able to reach those bigger outcomes we mentioned, here are the top 5 tools. So in no specific order necessarily, although I will just share our conclusion. Firstly is BambooHR. Now, BambooHR is pretty good for personalized HR software for small, medium-sized businesses. BambooHR offers a solution for managers and employees with employee profiles, time off requests and approvals, recruitment and applicant tracking, which I think helps a lot, as well as reporting. And although it's really fully featured and we really liked that when we were doing our research, we found that it was quite costly for the size of our team. But if you do want a tool that's going to help you to take care of your entire HR process, then this is going to be a really good solution for you. Okay, so that's number 1, BambooHR. Secondly is Monday.com. Now, Monday.com is actually a project management tool made easy. So it's a cloud-based work operating system, and we've mentioned it previously when we were discussing Asana and Trello as well. And it can help your teams create workflow apps in minutes to run their processes, projects, and everyday work. So if you know what the steps are that need to be completed in each of your processes, you can set that up within Monday.com. And it's free to use for the basic plan, although it doesn't have all of the automations that are required, but it's a really good starting point, at least for freelancers or remote workers. Number 3, there we go. Number 3 is Deel, D-E-E-L. So this is payroll and compliance built for the worldwide workforce. Okay, so quite big. It's a global payroll platform for international teams that enables companies to hire anyone, anywhere, without worrying about the local laws, complicated tax systems, or international payroll. If you are looking to grow your team without too many concerns about contracts and service level agreements in place, then Deel is going to be your go-to app, especially if you're all in for the gig economy, right? So check that one out. It's going to be a good solution for you. Number 4 is Notion, and you might have heard us talk about Notion during the course of this year. We love Notion. Notion is note-taking software, it's project management software, it's task management, it's knowledge management, it's personal knowledge management. It's awesome. It uses databases and markdown pages for personal and collaborative work. Notion is a combination of BambooHR and Monday.com, and it allows you to collaborate with your team when you're working remotely. The learning curve is quite steep though, because there's so much that you can do with it, but it is totally worth the trial and tribulation sometimes to get to the point where you're able to use it effectively. We've rolled out Notion within Upvisor and it is working like a charm. If you are wanting to check out our setup that we've put in, we use it for performance management. We've been using it to log ticket systems, like really all sorts of things. Our SOPs are documented in there. Our contracts are loaded in there. There's so much that you can do with it. Now, if you are not quite up for a steep learning curve, let us know. We can show you what we've done on our system and we can even help you to set that up as part of our Hire a Chameleon service. Okay, so that's number 4, Notion. I love Notion. Notion's the bomb. Okay, so tool number 5 is Sage HR, and this is actually the one that we've settled on because it's so well set up and there's so much that you can do with it. So what you'll see is it creates a really nice integrated system. It's on the cloud, which means you don't have to download any software. It's automatically backed up. And what you'll see, it includes ways to onboard your employees, automate your HR processes, and get meaningful insights at the same time. So what we are currently using Sage HR for is a whole range of different solutions. It includes being able to log timesheets. We can do leave management through it. We've opted not to go for the performance management system at this stage because we are using Notion for that. But all of your employee data can be loaded directly in here, and it just makes it so much easier from a leave perspective. It also integrates with a whole range of different tools. So we also use Slack for our communications. So we get a little message every day from Sage HR saying who's in the office or who has gone on leave. So that makes it so much easier just to manage, and we get automatic notifications about a whole range of things. We're also managing our projects through here, so we can see how much time has been posted against a specific project, and we can pull some really great reports as well. So here you will see a whole range of different solutions, including expense management. So if anyone needs to claim an expense from the company, they can put it through in one dashboard. It's all there at the click of a button. Self-service, you'll see there, it's also mentioned specific integrations that you can check out. So this for us has been a really affordable solution for our small team. And we're quite excited. We've just gone through the onboarding process. We're quite excited to see where it's going to go. So there are 5 tools for you that you can choose from. And there are others that exist as well. But as I said, we've sort of settled on Notion and Sage HR, and those are the ones that we are working with. So if you have tried any of the tips or tools that we mentioned above, or maybe you've used, Sage Payroll alone with, a paper-based system, hopefully not. But tell us, what sort of systems are you using and how has it worked for you? What has worked, what has not worked? We'd love to find out more about what is working in South Africa, maybe even specifically. I know BambooHR is a global initiative. So yeah, let us know. We'd love to hear. And then we'll see you next week for another #Finance Friday. It's Christine Tarup signing out. Bye.